Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. It was just past 6 a.m. in the quiet suburbs of Manchester, where kettles whistled and toast popped as families across the nation tuned in to their familiar ritual, Good Morning Britain. The cheery jingle played and the screen lit up with smiling faces, Susanna Reid and Ben Shepherd, side by side like they had been for years. But today, something was different. A shadow hung behind their eyes, something unspoken. "Good morning, Britain," Susanna began, her voice warm but trembling just beneath the surface. "It's Friday, the 5th of September. And it's not just any morning." Ben offered a soft smile, the kind that tried to hold itself together. "Today, we have something very difficult to share." The camera cut to wide shots of the set, to the buzzing newsroom in the background, and then back to the pair who now looked down at the table in front of them. A pause, longer than usual. An entire nation seemed to hold its breath. "It's with heavy hearts," Susanna continued, "that today will be the final episode of Good Morning Britain as you know it." There it was. The words dropped like lead into living rooms across the country. Tea went cold, phones fell silent, some gasped, others reached instinctively for tissues. "Today we have something very difficult to share," Ben said. "For over a decade, this show has been a part of your mornings, your routines, your lives. We've covered elections, royal weddings, heartbreaks, and miracles. We've laughed, argued, celebrated, and cried with you, and because of you." Twitter exploded within seconds. Hashtags like Save GMB and Goodbye GMB began trending before the first commercial break. Viewers from Cornwall to the Scottish Highlands shared photos, memories, and tearful reactions. One woman, 74-year-old Margaret from Leeds, wrote, "I watched while raising my kids. Now I watch with my grandkids. It feels like losing family." In the studio, past presenters had begun to arrive, unannounced and unscheduled. Kate Garway appeared with a bouquet of sunflowers. Ranveer Singh stood quietly in the wings, dabbing her eyes. Even Piers Morgan made a surprise entrance, wrapping Ben in a rare, heartfelt hug before joking, "Now they cancel the show, after I leave." The show's final hour was filled with emotional tributes. Clips played of viral moments. That time a guest fainted mid-interview but insisted on finishing. The heartfelt reunion of a soldier with his mum live on air. The infamous pancake flipping fail of 2016. Laughter mixed with tears. But behind the heartbreak, viewers sensed something else. Betrayal. "This is cruel," one caller said during the phone-in segment. "No warning, no chance to say goodbye. Just cut off, like we don't matter." The announcement had been sudden. ITV, in a statement released moments later, cited strategic restructuring and changing viewer habits. But fans weren't buying it. The outcry was immediate and overwhelming. But amidst the sadness, something beautiful happened. Messages poured in from NHS workers who watched during night shifts, students who tuned in for comfort before exams, and immigrants who'd learned their first bits of British culture through the show. One man, a firefighter named Darren, sent in a video from a burning building. "I've been watching you every day for 15 years, he shouted over the roar. "This show got me through my divorce, through losing my mum, through everything. Thank you." As the final minutes ticked away, Susanna stood and took one last look at the studio. This was more than a morning show. This was a heartbeat. The screen faded to black, leaving nothing but silence and a nation in mourning. And somewhere
In thousands of homes, the absence would echo loudest, not in what was said, but in what was suddenly missing. The comfort, the chaos, the company. Good Morning Britain was no more, but its impact had already become immortal.